start the comparison of the different CPU here before buying the laptop or the system or any computer or something. So here I have one link which says like it gives the comparison of different CPU model numbers uh, with the ranking, like which CPU is in top position and which is in last. And when you buy your laptop, you can compare your CPU, your processor with this portal, like at which position it fits. So suppose you can see here like the top CPU at first position, the Intel Core i7 12700H is the leading processor, which is let me show here the associated laptops coming with this CPU, like Acer Swift 3, SP Vector 16, Asus ZenBook 14X. There are a lot of the other models which are available. For this model of CPU, if you're going to buy the laptop, it will cost around 1 lakh plus INR. So let's see the expectation and the benchmark of the CPU. Here is in top position, which can go to the max frequency 4.70 gigahertz, and which can open threads up to 20, and the cores are 14 core. And here you can get the more detail about this CPU, like what are the supported things and what actually it gives, much more. So let it open here. So this is Core i7 12700H processor with 24 MB cache up to 4.7 gigahertz processing speed. It's 12th generation processor. You can see here the total core is 14, performance OS is 6, and efficient OS 8. Total counting is 14. It can thread up to 20. Maximum operating frequency is 470, and this CPU can run on temperature till 90 degrees Celsius. It justify here, you can see, check it out here. Okay, T junction temperature, junction temperature, like where it's connected to the board. Like if the temperature is till 100 degree, if it's going 100 degrees Celsius, then the CPU will die at the time. So we can consider like the CPU can work on 90 degrees Celsius. It can also operate. You can see the T junction temperature is maximum temperature allowed at the processor die. So these are the advanced technology this CPU gives. That's why it cost it. The only price of this CPU is around 36,000. So next time whenever you are going to buy the laptop or desktop, better you compare the CPU with this portal. You will find this portal link in the video description. I'll keep this link in video description. So here is the CPU supported things, like this is released in Q1 2022. CPU core architecture name is Alder Lake H, and the maximum GPU it can support is GPU frequency it can support is 1400 MHz, and memory type it will support DDR5, DDR5 52 megahertz, DDR4 32 megahertz, and LPDDR4 4267 megahertz. Maximum operating temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, and base GPU frequency is 400. It comes with integrated GPU Intel Iris Xe graphics G7. Why I am making this video, because recently I paused one system on this AMD CPU, which is ranked here like 118. You can see like which CPU I paused. This one, AMD Ryzen 5 3450U. This is the CPU which comes with Dell 3515 model. So you can see the frequency and the operating things and supportive things. The maximum GPU frequency is 1100 megahertz, and it support DDR4 24 megahertz, which is too old, and it can operate on maximum temperature 105 degrees Celsius like T junction. The CPU will die at 105 degree temperature, and the total cores here are 4. We can call it as quad core, and the maximum thread it can support is 8 threads. So this you guys can compare your things when you buy the laptop, or you are planning to buy the laptop. You can compare with this portal, like most of the sellers gives, like I am giving you 8th generation CPU, i5, i7. So you can take reference from here, like what are the supporting things, because the system comes with the two things. One is board and one is CPU. If both are high end, then memory can be increased, graphics card can be increased, and network devices can be upgraded, SSD can be included in that. So these are things mostly you have to focus when you are planning to buy the laptop or the system. Mostly you have to focus on the CPU, graphics, these things. If you are not able to find any comparison anywhere, like what you need to buy, just come here and find your respective CPU, whatever you are planning to buy from the online portal or offline shop, and you can compare it easily. It gives like the CPU price is already mentioned here in dollar. You can compare with the INR or the other currency standards. Thanks for watching.